Last year I made some bags for Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes, and Taylor Swift. I was hired by Thread Wallet to make these bags, so they provided me with all the materials that I would need. They sent over a bunch of their crossbody bags in red, white, and black, so that way I could have some variety in the bags that I created. They also thrifted for me a bunch of vintage Chiefs jackets from so long ago. They found them on a bunch of resellers. I know they found some of them on Etsy, some of them on like Depop or Poshmark, but they sent over a bunch of them so I could take them apart and use all the branding from those old jackets and apply them to these bags. Initially, they had offered to send over just fabrics and notions so that I could make these bags from scratch, but I don't know their product well enough. I figured that seeing a product in hand, disassembling it, adding what I want to the front and back portions, and then reassembling was going to be easier, especially because my mind is so oriented towards altering. So that was what was going to be easiest for me, and I loved the disassembly process. I got to the point where I could disassemble these bags in like 5 minutes flat. By far the most intimidating part of the project was taking these beautiful vintage jackets and just slicing them open. I took off all the hits and I ended up using quite a bit of the plain colored fabrics around it as well, just so that way I could get really the essence of these vintage bags. I think I might have only taken this Chiefs logo off the back because I was able to split it and use it for the front half and the back half. So if you flip it front to back, it says Chiefs. But as you can see here, I do splice in some of that plain white fabric right next to the eye, so that way I have enough room to have some seam allowance so that the end of that eye doesn't get lost under the piping that I'm going to add back on. This is by far the simplest bag that I ended up doing because I had that large motif that I could use from front to back, but on some of the other bags I embroidered some little hits on the edge of the bag, the little side piece that had the zipper in it. This one was pretty simple and honestly pretty quick to make.